Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I've got my friend Kathy Norris. Kathy Norris is the CEO and president of the Valley Industry Association, VIA, and I'm reading it because I don't want to mess it up. It's been called the Valencia Industrial Association, the Valley Industries, all these. So it's the Valley Industry Association, better known as VIA. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Fred. Thank you.
We've had a great collaboration with Kathy and VIA over the last year. The Chamber of Commerce and VIA have worked even closer together, us on behalf of our 1,100 members and businesses. But tell us about what VIA does for business here in the Santa Clarita Valley.
VIA is a nonprofit business organization. We have about 300 members from the Santa Clarita Valley and some of the adjacent areas right now. Our focus is business to business rather than business to consumer. And our work really is to connect and build Santa Clarita business so that they continue to thrive and grow even in a tough economy.
You know, one of the things I do believe, Kathy, and I know you share my philosophy, and how do we make good companies great, but how do we make great companies that we have here world class? Because it's about competing on the world. Some of your members are competing with those in other countries, some of the best companies in the world.
You're absolutely right, Fred. And so we have to be at the forefront, both of our organizations, to make sure that what we're providing to them continues to be relevant and of value. I think that the best way that we can do that is kind of take the temperature of what the company's needs are, visit with them regularly. We do some CEO forums on a biannual basis just to make sure that we know what the companies need and that we're providing the things that they require.
And let's just make it clear, I'm a member of VIA, our company, and the Chamber, and so I know the former chair, Chris, was also, because we believe in both organizations and what they stand for. So, Kathy, tell us about a big event you have coming up, the B2B event,
Right.
Business to Business.
VIA is working on our 12th annual Business to Business Industry Show, which is coming up on Tuesday, March 19th. It'll be held at the Hyatt Regency here in Santa Clarita. It is a show dedicated to building relationships between businesses. It kicks off with a keynote address, goes into a trade show, and then the event closes with a VIP reception that evening. We're particularly excited, Fred, because we have a wonderful keynote speaker this year. It's George Zimmer, who's the founder and executive chairman of the Men's Warehouse. He's got a fabulous story of entrepreneurship and growth, and I think that all the businesses here in town can learn a great deal from him.
Well, last year you had Magic Johnson, and I was wondering how you were going to follow it up with something that was equally impressive. And George Zimmer, talking about an entrepreneur, somebody you really need to go and watch and be a part of. It's going to be very exciting having him. And then you have a trade show where businesses can meet other businesses. And that's another important aspect. And then, of course, the networking afterwards. Those that want to be involved or get tickets, or how can they get more information?
They can do it through the VIA website, which is www.viavia.org, or they can contact us in the office, 661-294-8088. I'm happy to make myself available. My assistant, Nancy, is there as well.
So we got the B2B, but what are some other projects you're working on?
Well, we're working in conjunction with the Chamber on some collaborative projects, as we did last year. We're in the process of putting together the second annual Santa Clarita Valley Leadership Awards, which will take place in August, so that's kind of an exciting event.
And you guys did a fantastic, between Terry and yourself, what a great collaboration.
Thank you. We also partnered on that event with the Local Economic Development Corporation and the Magazine of Santa Clarita, and it'll be the same group that's putting the event on this year. As well, VIA's got some big education events going in October and November timeframe. We have a program called Connecting to Success, which is a workforce readiness program that trains high school students to enter the world of work with the kind of skills that employers are looking for.
And that's one of the most important things, because these young men and women are coming out of school not necessarily wanting to go to a 4-year university or even a 2-year, but they need the skills necessary to take on the new jobs of today.
You're right. You're right.
Something you're very involved with. I want to ask you one last question in the minute and a half we have left, and that is, someone who wants to get involved. I know my business partner recently got involved. What are some of the committees or committees, I guess would be best word, or projects that you're working on that those can volunteer for and meet other business owners and contribute to your success?
We've got a lot of committees, as does the chamber. Probably some of them are similar. We have the membership committee, a marketing committee, the business to business industry show committee, one that does special programs and events, which would be our Via Rocks evening events and Via in Action morning breakfast events.
So you have Via in Action morning breakfast event, and you also have a Via Rocks event?
Which quarterly evening events that are hosted by members. We've got a variety of other ad hoc committees. You and I were in a meeting yesterday talking about regulatory reform, so that's kind of an up-and-coming issue that we're working on, and there's a variety of others as well.
Yeah, we'll mention, I know there'll be a press release on it, but if there's any issues that have to do with regulatory reform, contact Terry at the Chamber or yourself, Kathy, because we're going to look at these topics and how can we move business forward in a responsible way that serves our citizens. I really think that's probably one of the best ways to describe what we're trying to get done.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah. So those that want to be get involved or call you and find out more about membership in VIA, again, can you give us your number and the VIA website?
Yes. Phone number 661-294-8088. The website, www.via.org.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Fred.
Excited to
It's a pleasure.
finally have you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Norris. Kathy Norris, the CEO, President of the Valley Industry Association, better known as VIA. Well, you've been listening to and watching online the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.